Welcome back, BC. Mark here. Welcome to Recent Vinyl Finds number 35. We'll say honey hole edition. I found most of these items digging down in the honey hole. As summer comes to a close and the weather changes, I won't be able to go obviously to the outdoor flea markets anymore. I'll spend a lot of time down in the honey hole digging. There's an endless supply of great memorabilia, albums, just autographs, great stuff, CDs. So I will transition to that avenue in the fall. Before I continue with the video, I'd like to share some VCLT I received from Steve Carlson. Everybody knows Steve. On the off chance you don't, I'm going to link his channel below. Steve is a wonderful host, just a wealth of knowledge in regards to punk, soul, Zamrock. He is just on that journey. Brought me along with him. So happy he did. First off, love the great artwork that is included with Steve's VCLT. My second original, so thanks for that, Steve. And then Steve sent me this wonderful album, which I have been playing since it arrived. There's no unboxing here. This was unboxed as soon as it was brought into the house. This is another Fela Kuti release, Music of Fela, Rofo Fight. And this is with Africa 70. Great album. This is the 50th anniversary. Just really nice packaging. It's a 2 LP set. Let's see. First LP is on this beautiful colored vinyl. And then the second one is on orange vinyl, which I really love. Love those labels as well. Very cool. Music on this release, like just about anything else I've listened to, is just incredible. The album starts out with Rofo Fight. Starts lean, just kind of with a what sounds like a Fender Rhodes. Builds, then the bass comes in. Again, these are just jams, grooves. The band is so tight, it just makes you really hone in and appreciate the musicianship. No click tracks were used, no fancy editing. These guys were so tight, so in tune with each other. Lots of improvisation, just an incredible track. But the one I really love is on the second side, Go Slow. Again, that takes up the full side. And by spreading those songs out, you really get a high quality pressing. The saxophone work on this song is sensational. I mean, blue note worthy playing, just incredible. I've played this one track maybe 10 times, just fell in love with it. It's jazz, it's funk, it's Afro beats. I don't know if I'm using the correct terms. What it is, it's great. I love it. My favorite track on the album, Go Slow. There's a wonderful track on side 4, Irea, I think I'm pronouncing that right. To my ear, very Latin influenced, especially the horn stabs, the horn arrangements, wonderful percussion, just kind of a different color on the album. Really beautiful. Question Jam Answer, another great track. Just love this music. Great photo of Fela. I love this one. Absolutely love this one. Pimping out with the fur at the mixing board. Just incredible. Steve, thank you so much, number 1, for introducing me to this wonderful music, and number 2, for this generous gift. I really appreciate it. Love it. Russ from Mama's Records recently sent me some wonderful VCLT as well. Working through those titles. Just really loving my journey into Zamrock and Afrobeat. Just discovering all these great artists. So again, thank you, gentlemen. Really appreciate it. Okay, now for the honey hole finds. Just about everything else was purchased from the honey hole. Found this Cult EP. Resurrection Joe. This is on Beggar's Banquet. Really cool cut. There's the long version, Hepcat Mix long version, and I think the original, really nice. I just found a couple really nice 45s. The first one is by the Elastic Oz Band, and they were signed to Apple Records. The songs were composed by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Really reminiscent of John's early 70s solo work, which makes sense. I don't know, pop rock, that's maybe how you would describe it. Do the Oz, and then God Save Us, and I really like that track. You can hear Phil Spector's production all over this release. Just really nice clean condition. I think this is a fairly rare single with the sleeve, so I was happy to find this one. This next 45 would fall under the garage rock, maybe punk genre. This is Static Cling. Side X is the Brady Bunch. Side Y is Fire in the Cockpit. And this is on Jargon Records. This is a independent release from the late 80s. And the last one was released on Third Man Records. It's by Bob Dylan, Blind Willie McTell, and these are two alternative takes, take 1 and take 5. And it's on that fabulous label. Love that. And that'll do it for the 45s. This is a great book from 1970, Rock, A World Bold as Love. Great picture of Jimmy on the front. Excellent pictures. And I've purchased several great rock books from the Honey Hole. One day I'll devote a video just to that collection. Great pick of Robert Plant. Just some iconic shots here. Little Richard. I found this beautiful booklet of fine art prints by Herman Leonard. There are 6 9x12 prints printed in France, really high quality. All of them iconic shots. The first one is of Charlie Parker at Birdland, 1949. In addition to the incredible music these men and women created, they really created a style. These guys they were just so sharp. I mean, look at that jacket, the bow tie. When they went on stage, it was just an event. I would have loved to have been in those jazz clubs around the time these guys were performing. Just must have been something else. We have Dexter Gordon. That's a fantastic shot. It's from 1948. Very young there. It's My Lady, Ella. Let's see, this is from 1949. Downbeat in New York City. Just in a, looks like just a combo setting, which is really where Ella shined the brightest in my opinion. Really focus on her incredible phrasing, her incredible vocals, without all of the orchestration, which I liked as well, but in a small band setting, she was just incredible. No one could scat like Ella. She's just one of a kind. We have Dizzy at the Royal Roost in 1948. Another great shot. Another fantastic shot of Charlie Parker and the Metronome All-Stars, 1949. Looks like they're either doing some arranging or working out a piece. And the last one is of the Duke at the piano. This is in Paris, 1958. Love that lighting, love the silhouette. Again, these are all players that aren't really acknowledged so much within the community. A lot of these artists really laid the foundation for bop, hard bop, what would come shortly after this period. I found a couple concert programs. This one is Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, and this is from the Let It Loose tour. That's the ticket. I love the Pepsi sponsorship on the back. Great photographs. Next one is for Diamond. This Neil Diamond booklet. And what really caught my eye with this is this beautiful insert on this really high quality paper. And those are the lyrics to I Am I Said, one of my all-time favorite Neil Diamond songs. Such a beautiful composition. And this just kind of highlights some varied performances on Broadway, at the Greek Theater, the Australian tour, some great tour shots. Some great 7-inch single sleeves. And then the proceeds from this souvenir book were all donated to the Los Angeles Free Clinic, Phoenix House Foundation, and New Roads Foundation. So I thought that was a really nice gesture of Neil. So this is a fun artifact. I found another one, the companion to the one I already purchased. This is a Monkees advertisement for when Rhino reissued a lot of their albums. And this one includes the Monkees, the Birds, the Bees, and the Monkees, and Changes. So I will display this in the basement on a bunch of albums for $3 each. This is by the Stampeders, Sweet City Woman, and this is on Bell. Great gatefold. But I really enjoyed Tuscaloosa Woman, Train to Nowhere. Decent album. I found this compilation, Different Strokes. This was put out by Columbia, probably in the mid-70s. 19 contemporary artists perform music of our time. It's on that standard Columbia label. What kind of stood out? There's a Miles Davis track on here, Saturday Night. Let's see, Soft Machine, Out Bloody Rageous, Spirit, Morning Will Come, The Hollies, Too Young to Be Married. Let's see, what else? The New York Rock Ensemble, Fields of Joy. Fun track. There are 19 songs on this compilation, so the sound quality is probably not going to be the greatest. Nice Guys, the Everly Brothers, and this was released on Magnum Records, and that's out of the UK. Love that label. This album collects some unreleased titles from the mid-60s. I would say from the mid-50s, mid to late 50s through the early 60s, the Everlys could do no wrong. Some of the greatest harmonies ever. I'm a huge fan of theirs. By the mid-60s, the Everlys were kind of lost. Tastes were changing. They were on Warner Brothers at the time, and to Warner's credit, they brought in some great session players to try to help the guys out. They put down a bunch of tracks that were never released, and they are included on this title. And there are some really strong compositions. Lots of them I obviously did not know. So this is kind of a nice bookend to their Warner Brother albums. This is part of the Jazz Heritage series. This is volume 30. Kings and Queens of Ivory 1, 1935 to 1940. Just some monsters on the piano. Meade Lux Lewis, Albert Ammons, Cleo Brown, Pete Johnson. Great, great album. And the rest of these are from this great series put out by Imperial Records. I would say from the early 70s. Legendary Master Series. This first one is Volume 2, Urban Blues, New Orleans Bounce. Fats Domino really dominates this album. Just some great, great work. Help Me, I've Got Eyes for You, some unreleased tracks from Smiley Lewis, Slide Me Down, Smilin' Joe, ABC's Part 1 and 2. Just some great, great New Orleans playing. What they lacked in the power of, let's say, Chicago blues, they made up in the feel, kind of the swing. Just great, great music. This is Volume 2, Rhythm and Blues, Sweet and Greasy. And these are a lot of tracks that I actually don't know. I'm not too familiar with a lot of these artists. There's The Shades, Dear Lori, One Touch of Heaven, Miss Lucy. Actually, Miss Lucy is by the Pelicans. Let's see, The Jewels, No Shoulder to Cry On. The Crystals, and I don't believe this is the Crystals that we all know from Phil Spector. I Love My Baby, I Do Believe. The Avalons, I Miss You, Love You. Actually, Love Me, excuse me. I have not played this title yet, so I'm looking forward to giving that a listen. This may be my favorite in the series. This is Rural Blues, Volume 1, Going Up the Country. This highlights some great, great players, some of my favorite.
Well, I cried all night long. Well, I cried 'cause my baby left me. He was that little girl is gone. Wake up in the morning, blues all around my bed. Wake up in the morning, blues all around my bed.
Lightning Hopkins, Country Slim, Manny Nichols, some great tracks. Take It Easy, that's by Nathaniel Terry. I think I needle dropped I Don't Know Why, which is also by Nathaniel Terry. Actually, you may or may not hear that. A lot of times I have to take them off due to copyright infringement. Lightning Hopkins, Can't Get That Woman Off My Mind. Country Slim, Avenue Breakdown. Just some great, great blues on this compilation. This is another great one, Volume 1, Rhythm and Blues, The End of an Era. And this highlights the Imperial and the Aladdin labels. Some great artists. Again, many that I'm not that familiar with. The Mellow Drops, I Want Your Love. The Bees, Darling Please. The Kids, which also known as the Pelicans, Are You Forgetting Me? The Jewels, which I do know, Please Return, that's a great one. I know the Five Keys, Red Sails in the Sunset, that's a great one. The Spiders, You Played the Part, great stuff. And just the information within the in the gatefold, some great background on the artists, the tracks. Again, this is a great series. I love this one as well. This is Rural Blues, Volume 2, Saturday Night Function. I love Slim Harpo. Just a lot of great music. I love this one by Papa Lightfoot, Wine, Women, Whiskey. Not necessarily in that order. Let's see, Slim Harpo, A Man Is Crying. Let's see, what else? J.D. Edwards, Crying. Boogie Bill Webb, Love Me Mama. Just great stuff. Great blues. Great series. All right, that's all I have. Thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the holiday weekend. Can't believe summer's coming to an end. Another one in the books.